And we're back, and it's the beginning of the end. Going from I was gonna say young to old, that's not quite right, but from, you know, young outcast kid to grown adult who's got the respect he's wanted. We're wrapping it up with the last battle. So yeah, kicking off with Ashura and Indra. Now this, I thought about this, because now it's been another day since I was going to record this, but I thought about this just sort of like, Ashura and Indra, this has to be...
State, he drifted
Hold on.
to an otherworldly place where he came to learn the origin of ninjutsu.
Sorry, we're getting into it. But yeah, so it makes sense that they're putting the Ashura and Indra stuff, tying it in when he meets Hogoromo, but that makes me worried that it's only going to be a single fight.
There were two brothers. The genius elder Indra and the aloof younger Ashura.
He was trying.
Although Indra was an exceptionally skilled practitioner of ninju, it was Ashura who was chosen as the next leader.
Yeah, and they're actually taking clips from the filler anime arc, which I actually really enjoyed. Learning more about Hogoromo, and you got Indra and Ashura going on their own journeys. Mostly Ashura, but still. I actually thought this was cool.
However, was unable to accept that decision and assaulted his brother. Thus began a conflict between brothers that stretched many long years.
Bro, the hell?
With this power, I will establish perfect order. I will forge a perfect world without strife.
Robbie Damon voicing Indra. Also voicing, sorry.
There is no place
Hold
for
on.
such violence, elder brother. I do not wish to fight you.
And Chris Hackney as Ashura.
You intend to engage me in combat, as if you are worthy enough to be my opponent.
Yeah, if this is only going to be a single fight. Like, the original part of the story, yeah, this isn't a boss fight or anything. Man, they could have at least given us a cool original thing.
Establish perfect order. I will forge a perfect world without strife.
There is no place for such violence, elder brother.
You guys just said
I do
this.
not wish to fight you.
Sorry, I'm kicking his butt.
As if you are worthy enough to be my opponent.
Because I was hoping...
Ashura, you may be my
Catch.
but I will show no mercy after I defeat you.
Bro, you never want to play catch with me. There we go.
Peace and order through might.
That would all be in vain, elder brother. You would create nothing but misery. True peace consists in human connection and cooperation. That is where true peace lies.
Ridiculous. People must be brought to heel. This is so weak and foolish.
Uh-oh.
I am mandated by heaven itself to shut.
Okay, something I want to point out since it's here, I like Ashura or Indra's Susanoo because you can see he's only got a scabbard but two swords, but it's a double-ended scabbard and the swords are lightning.
Have people who care about me.
Okay, this was going great for me, now not so much, and I want to...
will never fall. That is the power of unity.
Dang it.
It's just a foolish dream. Unity is worthless. People will always betray you.
Yeah, Indra kind of has a superiority complex. Or most literally a god complex.
Shinsu sends you veritable 1,000 on Kanon! Why? Why must you do this? You were once so kind-hearted, elder brother.
But as we find out, he had some dark whisperings in his ear that convinced him to double down on his, you know, superiority. Again, I think there's some cool stuff with Ashura and Indra. It's a shame we're not getting that here.
Elder brother!
Ashura, I will never accept Ninshu. To say nothing of you.
That could have gone better. Maybe he'll come around in a few hundred years.
Ashura and Indra. Although their physical forms perished, the chakra they generated was reborn countless times without ever disappearing.
And yet we only know about two
And so,
carnations.
In the current age, the younger brother Ashura was reborn as Naruto, while the elder brother, Indra, was reborn as Sasuke. Chakra should not be used to amplify the power of only one individual. If power is concentrated in any one person, they will lose control and ultimately be possessed by that power, just as happened with Madara in the current age. Learning the origin of ninjutsu, Naruto gained renewed determination to fight for his friends.
Yeah. Again, there's actually a lot of cool stuff with Ashura and Indra, and I like their designs and how they fight. Ashura using a lot of wind style and Truth Seeker orbs, and, and people, clarifying, what he's using is technically not a Rasengan, but it's Rasengan coded because that's what people know. But it is basically just like a ball of wind, and I like how he creates other balls of winds inside his balls of wind. But fired up, I like that. I think it's cool. And then Indra's really cool with, like, really intense fire and lightning style. They have really cool jutsus. Again, as these two new characters, they play in very cool ways. I just wish, again, that we at least got a whole, like, a brand new super... sorry. A brand new cutscene or boss fight with these two. That would have been awesome to really show off their stuff. Now it just feels like such a weak, Come on. What are you doing? Sorry, I got my kitten running up me. Okay, reanimated ninja. Fully resurrected, Madara critically wounded Sasuke, causing him to slip into a coma. Sasuke then met the Sage of the Six Paths in the world of the mind, just like Naruto. Naruto is the reincarnation of Ashura, as Sasuke is the reincarnation of Indra. The Sage of the Six Paths said he once entrusted everything to his younger son, Ashura, and wasn't able to give anything to his older son, Indra, which led to great calamity. He then declared that, as his sons' reincarnations, it was up to Naruto and Sasuke to determine what becomes of the future. Receiving power from the Sage of the Six Paths, Sasuke awakened and rushed to Naruto's location. Yeah. And so, yeah, they come back. And again, another thing about, like, them being reincarnations is this people going just like, oh, that just takes away all their agency. They didn't do anything. They were just destined for this. And it's like, not quite. Yes, being the reincarnations of Ashura and Indra, there is that pull to each other. But Ashura and Indra have never said anything to them. It's like they have never coaxed their identities or anything. And, even in Sasuke's case, he has not had Black Zetsu in his ear, giving him ideas. Those ideas just came from his own family and, teachers and such. And, it's also just like, again, it's like, oh, Sasuke's just... Or, it's like, oh, Naruto never worked for anything because he's the reincarnation of a son of a god. And it's like, oh, yeah, Naruto got a lot of power from the talentless loser he got reincarnated from. And that's not a put down. It's just sort of like, hey, he really didn't gain anything from Ashura, even if that was the case. And even the power they got from the Sage of the Six Paths, I don't think they really even got that much. Okay, perfect immortality. Sorry, there's a rant to that. I know people really dropped off when all this came out, but it's just like, I don't think it's, what people think it is. Now, this was cool in Storm 4. They're this late. This is when they had to use...
After he awoke, Naruto joined with Sasuke to face Madara once again.
So I'm just thinking, in Storm 4, this is when they were forced to use, make their own in-game cutscenes because the anime wasn't caught up yet.
Madara had absorbed the divine tree, gaining an immortal form.
Yeah.
In unison, Naruto and Sasuke took up the challenge of fighting this unprecedented enemy. You cannot defeat me. I have the power of the six.
Well, so do we. In a
I'm
sense.
not gonna defeat you, stupid. We're gonna defeat.
You, Madara.
Yeah, the pause between that line makes it kind of not work. That's just in every iteration. Sorry, that's just me. Anyways. 6%, 15 combo. Okay.
Right there.
And, you know, kind of...
The beast that Jiraiya, Nagato, and all the other ninja have been wishing for. It's right in front of our eyes. We can't go down until we knock you down.
Oops.
Peace you speak of is nothing but a transient one. True peace only exists in dreams. Dreaming is the only way for us to reach utopia.
Enough about your dreams.
Right here.
If you really want to go inside a dream, then just go by yourself.
And you will realize that my path was the correct one. My infinite Tsukuyomi will lead people
Come on.
to
I want to hit him with both.
The path of the shinobi will end. The path to a new dream shall begin.
Your brain must have rotted while you were underground all those years.
Damn, Sasuke.
Yomi isn't going to end our path. We've still got a long way to go. We're going to protect the path of the shinobi.
This is divine power.
There we go.
How can you guess it?
At least Yuri Lowenthal knows how to pronounce that.
Let me
Because
at it.
the way he just says that.
I'll hit you.
Right, we can't do League Secret Technique. Even though, right, I suppose in these forms, yeah, because it's the almighty scream.
I'll hit you.
I will crush.
Too slow. I'll hit you.
This is divine.
I'll hit you.
Damn it. Come on, Madara.
You have. I will crush.
I want to mess you up. I'll get the S rank later.
I'll hit you.
I'm amazed you've done this well.
It's not over yet.
I could have ended this a while ago, but I want to hit him with the big stuff.
I'll hit you.
Come on. I'm gonna die. Sasuke, help. Sasuke.
I'll hit you.
Did he get caught on something? Okay.
Let me fight.
This is divine power.
Hey, I'll hit you.
I will crush.
I just want to use the big move. Come on.
Let me fight.
I'll hit you.
Ugh.
I'll hit you. Right here. I'll hit you. I'll hit you.
Come on. Okay. I'm done goofing around. Sorry, I was just trying to hit him. I just wanted to hit him with the power of nine-tailed beasts. My eye! The thing is, there's no context for any of this in this.
Madara repelled them both and activated infinite Tsukuyomi.
I'm sure the whole world will be fine. Haha. Sorry, just I wonder what Lee's thinking about. A lot of silence.
However, immediately after, he was stabbed in the chest by Black Zetsu.
And I've been waiting for this moment the entire time.
I mean, he was stabbed in the...
moment
I'm
when
just thinking
you
the semantics of it.
infinite Tsukuyomi and use up all your power.
You ingrate.
What? What's going on?
A lot of stuff they're not explaining in this version of the story. That's like a weird layering. Boy, this looked better, you know, when they were just doing the whole 3D models in Storm 4. Sorry, I know I keep belaboring that point. If they're gonna do this, why not just, you know, use certain anime clips?
Possessed chakra.
Okay. Sure. I mean, fair. Okay, yeah. So Madara, but then he got betrayed. Guys, ninja way. Oh, right. And that's another thing. They're not gonna... Sorry. They're not doing, you know, Night Guy in this. That was one of the best parts of Storm 4, and they're not... I'm just looking, because, yeah, this is gonna be Kaguya's backstory. Kaguya Otsutsuki. A long time ago, in a galaxy far away, Kaguya Otsutsuki came into the ninja world from somewhere unknown. She partook of the chakra fruit on the divine tree, using the power gleaned from this to end chaos throughout the world. Feared and worshipped by the people, Kaguya would later give birth to 2 sons. Their names were Hogoromo and Hamura, both born with chakra inside of them. Hogoromo would later be known as the Sage of the 6 Paths. Again, more anime clips from, yeah, this filler section too. But Kaguya's covetous obsession with acquiring more power drove her to fuse with a divine tree in an attempt to take back the chakra dispersed among her own children. Attacking her own sons as the Ten-Tails, an incarnation of the divine tree, only brought ruin upon herself. Tag it, Mom, you're in. Yeah, they're not elaborating more on this. But yeah, I was really hoping Hamura would get more of, you know, make more appearances and outline of revival. Kaguya had lost the battle over to her sons, but just before being sealed away, she birthed Black Zetsu as an extension of her will. Black Zetsu was a child of Kaguya, and the physical manifestation of its mother's will. It was sent out to revive her. Weird glob monster. Black Zetsu incited Indra to anger when he was overlooked as the successor of Ninshu. It also manipulated the sense of inferiority and desire for revenge, held by Indra's descendants. Ashura and the Senju clan, Indra and the Uchiha clan. Black Zetsu orchestrated a history of war between these clans and latched onto Indra's reincarnation, Madara. By cleverly manipulating Madara and diverting an enormous amount of chakra collected from ninjas by using the infinite Tsukuyomi, it ultimately freed Kaguya from the seal. Yeah, so, and I know that's another thing that people don't like, and I kind of agree that it's just like, you know, it was one thing, you know, being one bad guy is you know, the progenitor of every other bad guy, where it's just like, oh, first it was all Madara, like, setting up things, like, you know, setting up all his plans to make Obito, you know, cause strife in the land of waves, you know, being one bad guy behind the source of everything is really weird. But in the case of this, it's like, hey, the entire ninja world has not been your own creation. It's just been an excuse for me to revive, you know, a goddess. You know, your history is intrinsically linked as a plot for something else. That's how meaningless your lives are. But it's, you know, them fighting that off, and it's like, no, we've got meaning because it's what we've been doing, and we're going to go into the future and make more meaning. Sorry, you know, sorry.
Sweat just keeps pouring out of me. This chakra is crazy.
It's on a whole different level than Madara's.
Why is it suddenly hot around us?
Naruto and his allies engaged in a desperate struggle against an enemy with the power of a god. But having obtained Obito's Sharingan once again, Kakashi relayed instruction to Team 7's former members,
How did...
allowing them to regain
Sorry,
their composure.
it's like having regained Obito's Sharingan. Well, how do you do that? Oh, Obito died.
What do you say we go and save the world?
Be done by lunchtime.
Got it.
All chakra belongs to me. It's time to unite it all again.
Okay, I know people hate Kaguya because just like, oh, she's the final, you know, war arc villain that comes out of nowhere. I kind of like Kaguya. Her design is great. And also just like being this force of nature that she is. Are we not even getting the boss fight? Hold on. Yeah, are we not getting the boss fight version of this? Why the hell not?
Now disappear.
You're going to die, and she's going to absorb you.
Whoops. Got caught.
Final Truth Seeker Orb.
It's the final path that remains for you. This is it. The end
This should dispose of you.
of
Whoop.
Shinobi history.
Yeah, she's brutal. Come on, Sakura, you can do this. Oops.
This is something that's super heavy, and it's been going on for a long time. Defined by the way that all those shinobi lived and died. It isn't something that you two can mess around with. And I'm not gonna let it end.
Hey, all set?
We're going to protect. Team 7 is on the move.
Well, at least we get a secret technique finish. Well, it's not the other one that echoes how they beat Kaguya, but that's fine. I don't think this is enough to kill her, is it?
Kichi,
Naruto, Sakura, let's end this.
We're both women here, so don't make fun of me.
Alright, it did work.
Yes.
Alright.
I'll leave the rest to you.
Again, I kind of wish thematically it was the other Team 7 secret technique, which is the three of them working together and beating Kaguya the same way.
We're both women here, so don't make fun of me.
No.
I was gonna say, yeah, as women, we gotta support each other. Bashes her in the back of the skull.
Six paths, planetary devastation.
Again, this would be way cooler if they just gave us the boss
Working
fight
together,
from
Team
4.
7 ultimately succeeded in sealing Kaguya.
And this fight actually was kind of cool, just like the different twists and turns, and every time they got ahead, Kaguya would just shift dimension, and then they have to figure out new stuff or have them separated out.
Bitter war.
Again, I understand people's grievances with Kaguya, but I kind of like a lot of what she does. Let's go home, Madara. And by that, I mean, let's die.
Dad,
Before I disappear, there's something I wanted to say to you. Happy birthday.
Aw. And the thing is, I completely forgot about when Obito mentioned that before, because, you know, that was like a year's worth of chapters or something when he first brought that up. It's like, hey, you remember the day your parents died? Yeah, it's my birthday. And I forgot about that line until this moment, so when he said that, I just like, oh my god!
He doesn't need to worry about me at all.
Our boy's 17 now.
Then I'm gonna be fine.
Okay. I'll tell her everything.
He goes back to the world, or, you know, where dead spirits roam. Kushina's just like, you just disappeared for all of a sudden. What happened? Okay, a lot happened. Where do I begin?
All that remained was for Naruto and Sasuke to combine their powers to dispel the infinite Tsukuyomi.
Sounds simple, but somebody had to get all uppity
However,
about it.
Sasuke declared that he would execute the 5 Kage.
This is my answer. Revolution. Planetary devastation!
The brothers' battle is going to end here.
In a lot of ways. Okay, yeah, so we're getting there. Again, this was all stuff covered in... Fired Up, I guess, I don't know. Again, I like the idea of, like, this reaction section for certain things, but since all we're reacting to is various fights and other stuff, it really doesn't leave room for anything. Okay, the love, the rabid goddess, reverse harem jutsu. Yeah. Again, kind of wish we got, like, the, yeah, boss version, but anyways, revolution. Sasuke declared that he would execute the 5 Kage, bind the tailed beasts with the genjutsu, and capture them with planetary devastation. He claimed he would destroy what the Kage had built up to now, and rebuild the village free from darkness. What I am calling for, what I am bringing forth, is revolution. I'm not as good as Yuri Lowenthal, I'm trying. Sasuke wanted to create a new ninja world, while Naruto wanted to save it. For Naruto to put an end to this long, drawn-out, fraternal strife, he had to go with Sasuke to the final valley. Yeah, I know people say it's just sort of like, you know, it's like, again, there's loads of problems with the ninja world, not least of which is, yeah, Konoha still employing some of the people that, you know, some of the elders of the village that, you know, coaxed the Uchiha massacre were still in charge. Trust me, that bugs the hell out of me too. But, you know, it's like, whatever Sasuke's revolution was, yeah, the ninja world is unjust and bad. Sasuke should have done his revolution. It would have been better for everybody. It's like, I don't think you understand what his angle was. He's modeling himself after Itachi, the guy who took on every single burden. He is going to become, like, the Watchman Ozymandias, like, problem to unite the world, or... to either unite the world or destroy as much as he can to basically, yeah. Again, he's going to shoulder everything. And so if the whole world has to hate him for the world to find peace in just trying to stop him, that's what he was going to do. And something Itachi, again, told to Naruto, it's like, do not carry, you know, everything on your shoulders. It doesn't work out. So, you know, Naruto... You know, it might look like he's trying to reform a bad system, but it's just sort of like, no, if we find the unity... Okay, anyways, final battle. This one's going to be a long one. If they just copied and pasted all this from Storm 4, I'd be fine with that. Might as well just finish this chapter. We'll run long. Ow, ow, ow.
He remembered Itachi, who died branded as a traitor and rejected
Sorry,
by
got my
everyone.
kitten climbing on my shoulder and scratching me up while I'm trying to adjust.
Concluding that Itachi most of all deserved to be Hokage.
Absolutely,
Sasuke
but
decided that he alone would bear all the hatred just as his brother had.
which he admitted was a bad idea.
That, however, was a way of thinking Itachi rejected, as he once explained to Naruto.
Simply becoming Hokage won't make everyone accept you. Everyone's acceptance is what gets you there.
Therefore, Naruto indicated that Sasuke did not understand Itachi's way of life, but he could not reverse Sasuke's decision.
It's interesting because in the end, they're both trying to emulate Itachi here.
And made anew. And I'll start with you.
I won't let you do that! I learned everything from people of the past!
I leave Sasuke to you. You're the one who can stop my little brother.
I'm never gonna let you cut that away!
In the final valley, where they had clashed once before, Naruto and Sasuke commenced their last battle ever.
Until the events of the special story, but I suppose that ended up being reversed out. Anyways, 60% health, 3-hit jutsu, 20-hit combo. Yeah, there's gonna be different tiers of this.
Like before, you're going to lose here.
I won't let you land any of the punches you did last time.
God
I won't
damn it,
hand the
Sasuke.
title of Hokage to you either. You don't understand what it means to be the Hokage.
Heavenly hand power.
Whoops.
You're going to die here, Naruto! Burn away.
Oh, come on.
Right there. Right there. Here.
I learned everything from people of the past.
Right here.
Because I had my friends that I was able to keep moving forward. They're what created the me that's here now.
Oops.
I'm never gonna let you cut that away.
Then
God damn it.
you know what you need to do. I'm right here.
I won't lose, no matter what.
Right here.
Come on, Sasuke, let me hit
What
you.
it takes to stop me. Burn away.
I don't remember this from Storm 4, though. Was this a thing? I don't remember, and I just played it. Whoop, damn it. That Heavenly Hand power. It's awesome, but it's even better when he gets older. God damn it, I'm trying to do the combos. I have not done much damage to him in a while.
It doesn't matter how much you try and fight.
I promise Sakura.
Oh, right, it was a 20-hit combo. I got careless there.
Promise this time.
Eh, whatever.
All I need to do is erase you, and then no one will stand in the way of my revolution.
Come at me, bro. Again, that's a great scene, them clashing fists with the waves, but the thing is they cut from it so fast. They don't let it linger like in the anime. Anyways. And you know, this is also really cool too.
I'm going to end this with Susanoo!
Just Lightning God Sasuke is or whatever they call this. I don't remember now.
Stop you.
I also like this. As weird as it looks when you first see it,
We're going to protect history.
I do like, you know, six-armed Kurama.
You, of course.
Yep. Catch. Yeah, but I always thought that was cool too, them clashing powers, and it's just like a maelstrom. Okay,
Without a means of changing Sasuke's mind, the situation appeared hopeless.
Oh, my eyes hurt so much.
But
What's wrong? Don't tell me you've given up already.
You just disappeared from the story at one point.
Is it really that easy for you two to sever your connection? It isn't.
Just like Obito and me, your connection with Sasuke can't be severed that easily.
Remember, you didn't just reconnect Kakashi and me. My heart was so hardened. And it wasn't just me. You opened up a lot of other people's hearts as well. Enemies. People surrounded by hatred. People who rejected the other villages. People who were hurting inside. Even the tailed beasts. You were even capable of solving the problems of the world itself. Now, there's only one person left. It should be easy for you to save a stubborn friend, right?
You've dealt with worse.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Remember that you bear the encouragement of all those people on your shoulders.
Again, if they could have just copy-pasted the whole lifting him up scene from 4, I would have been fine with that, because it's not, at least it's not this. Just the slow, contextless...
Because, Naruto, that's all the power that you created.
Your heart isn't dead yet.
If he's submerging himself in darkness, then just use your hands to pull him back up.
And if he tries to shake you off, then scream to wake him up.
That's my default mode of talking to him, is screaming at him. Sorry.
Believes in you, Naruto.
You make the impossible possible.
Naruto, that's why.
I'm legitimately sure these are the exact same voice lines, or, you know, yeah, voice recordings.
Stupid as you struggle.
Yeah, I'm sure these are the same recordings from the scene in 4. It's just then they put them to anime stills.
Connections don't disappear.
You need to harden your fist and stand up again. Keep that fire in your eyes. Let out a roar.
Yeah, Liam.
Come on, Sasuke's waiting for you.
go to him, Naruto. This is all for your sake.
For the sake of the future. For the sake of your friend.
Somebody's... I was gonna say, oh, that's that Choji. It's just like, someone's a little lingering, but okay, that's fine. I just noticed it.
Rose up again. He would fight for his friends.
And fight his friends. Now, if this is going to jump into... Okay, enable to use Secret Awakening. 30 hit combo, 60 throw. Okay.
Enough already! Just let me cut you down!
You can't cut your connection to me.
Just keep taking these hits, Sasuke. I appreciate you. I really do.
Already! Connections are what make this world such a pain. The stronger the connection,
Oh.
the more it tortures
I thought that
me.
throw just missed.
Naruto, my connection to you is the most irritating one of all. Why didn't you just cut me off when I went into the darkness?
How could I?
It would have made this so much easier for me.
Brother to me. So, my body and my heart just act on their own.
You know how it is. You did that for me. Shut up.
Hoping that you wouldn't have to be all alone.
You.
And again, this is such a good fight, just in general, every iteration. But in 4, it's also crazy because it keeps switching between the different phases of them fighting.
One bad move, and I could have been exactly like you. I was always alone.
Sorry, just kept it going.
I felt better knowing there was someone like me out there. I was happy. I wanted to be your friend, be around you sooner. But I didn't. I was also jealous of you. You were good
Ooh,
at
that's cool.
everything. So I decided you'd be my rival. You were my friend. You always have been. I had nothing, but I built bonds. And then in our missions as Team 7, I kept chasing after you. I wanted to be like you.
Got you.
So, Sasuke, I've never said it before, but I'm happy. Happy I knew you.
Naruto, no matter what you say now, I'm not changing my mind.
He's not taking more damage, so I'm guessing we're switching. Sorry, just.
Including you. Either defeat me and become the hero who saved the village, or
Whee!
fall to me and just be known as a pitiful loser. Those are your only choices.
I'm not gonna be a loser, or the hero who defeated you. I won't be either.
It's a shame none of this is doing any damage now.
What do you want?
You. There we go.
I'm going to beat you here, just like I did before. You're going to lose, without ever matching up to me.
You know that I'm different from how I was back then, don't you? I won't lose anymore!
No, you haven't changed. That's
Whoops.
what's irritating me so much.
What?
You've always been the same. That attitude of yours has never changed. Damn it.
Probably waiting for the next transition. There we go. Sorry.
Sasuke. I wanted
Come here.
to be just like you. I really admired you. We both knew it, right from the beginning. We never actually said it, but we're friends. So I don't want to give you to Orochimaru.
Why, Naruto?
Yeah.
What? Why would you go so far from me? What?
This is the first bond I've ever had like this. That's why I'll do anything I can to stop you.
I was gonna say, I think we hit the limit there.
That's how it is. Here I come.
Again, I kind of poured my heart out over this whole fight, this exact fight in Storm 4. So it's like, okay, I don't really need to elaborate on my feelings, but you know,
If only you
it's
were
kind of. Whoops.
here. If only you'd never been born,
Too bad for you, I've been by your side from the very start. I'm stubborn, remember? I won't give up until you give up.
Now, please tell me they're gonna do the. Wait.
You.
No, yeah. They're gonna do. Oh, wait, no, there's. No, wait, no. Sorry. I'm thinking. Okay.
You jerk, you jerk.
Sorry, I was thinking, like, are we skipping something? Are we skipping the kids section? Just something about the. Something about it looked different.
Every day. You really piss me off.
Huh? You're the one to talk. You're the one who's always doing stupid stuff. Just looking at you pisses me off.
Huh, you can't do that, can you? I'm awesome.
How petty can you be? You should be ashamed of yourself.
Huh, I'm not ashamed at all. You're the one who's always sulking all the time. Just looking at you pisses me off.
Guys, we get it.
Huh?
You should play more with the rest of us. If you just played with us a little more. Whoa, wait, what am I saying? Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Did you just confuse yourself? You really make no sense.
I just want to hang out with you, bro. What? That's what you're mad about? Is that we don't do more stuff? Yeah, I mean, shut up. And sorry, when it transitions to the fighting as kids, it's so cute. I'm coming to get you. Can't even hold a knife. Uh-oh. Ow. Alright, let's try this again. Uh-oh. I was gonna say, this isn't even doing... Okay, it is. I was gonna say, this isn't even doing the thing like it did in Forward, like this health bar actually breaks apart. Okay, it is. Because, like, yeah, it's like, if they took out that element, that'd be annoying, but there we go. But this is what I like about this fight. It's just, like, such a drag-out fight, where it just leads them both to exhaustion. It's so intense. I thought you had more hits. Jerk! A little bit more. A little bit more. Sorry, that rock did not move when he smashed into it. One more run around. Oops.
Finish this.
And hey, you know, he's finally figured out how to do Rasengan without clones. Going past everybody who led him to this point. And being lifted up by everyone who got him here.
All of our battles! Sasuke! Naruto!
I think they'll be okay. Reaching out to each other, and the implication is performing the hand sign to indicate the end of a duel between equals. They're not even doing
During the course of their exhausting battle and clash of emotions, Naruto and Sasuke both suffered serious injuries. Unable to move, they lay side by side on a riverbank, where Sasuke finally admitted defeat.
I'll decide this issue myself, once and for all.
What have we talked about not doing everything yourself?
How can you decide anything by dying? You might as well live on and help me instead, if you're just gonna do that. What I want to do is cooperate with all the shinobi. Including you, of course.
There's no telling when I may stand up to defy you again in the future.
You won't do this kind of thing anymore.
How can you be sure of that?
Don't make me repeat myself! Come on. You're the one who still doesn't get it.
And skipping over this to
Now
the
that I
second
think
half of the
about it, I guess you
conversation.
always have been surprisingly dense.
Shut up, you loser.
Even Naruto knows when to be quiet every now and then. Oh, they're not even just doing the... Okay.
After that, Naruto and Sasuke dispelled the infinite Tsukuyomi and safely released the ninja imprisoned within it.
They're really working around their exploded arms.
And that put an end to their long...
Yeah, they didn't even...
feud.
They showed that cut so far away. They really did not, show how their arms are gone.
Many days passed.
That looks like a shot from Boruto. Sorry, when it says many days, it's just sort of like, and by many days, I mean several years. About 10.
By following his own ninja way, Naruto was appointed the 7th Hokage, satisfying the wishes of the people. He then continued to watch over the Hidden Leaf. And that, for the time being, concludes the tale of Naruto Uzumaki.
The heavily, heavily, heavily truncated, abridged tale of Naruto Uzumaki. Sorry, I find it so frustrating. Tears, because this all ended up. Sasuke Uchiha ran a Sharingan. Yeah, just cards. The final battle. Unison Sign. Chapter 8, The Last Battle. The Almighty, A Witness of History. Now what's the one? The Footprints of Heroes. Cleared history mode. The last battle, you find the last page of the Ninja Way. Of the two heroes who saved the village, which one captures your heart? Sasuke forming a bond with his brother and close friend, and casting out his dark desire for revenge. Naruto overcoming his lonely existence, saving his close friend, and getting acceptance from the ninja world. Again, this is actually kind of an interesting question. You know, it's like, who do you identify with more, in the end? And, you know, for me, it's still my boy Naruto. Checks out. But, you know, fair split, because... yeah, Sasuke eventually coming around, because it's not like he never felt like, you know, he never had positive feelings towards his friends. He did try, and he did care for them. It's just when he kept getting strung along by Orochimaru, Itachi, and everything, it's like, the only way I can get what I need done is by casting those out. And so, but finally, you know, Naruto kind of talking to him and Sasuke realizing he felt the same way about him, that, you know, he could express his feelings the way he never could, and that they were the same, really reached out to him. But, okay.
History's foundation has been restored.
Took long enough.
The Book of Foundation is the key to our salvation.
I was gonna say, now it's the reveal that it's been,
well done.
Ashura.
You carried out an important duty. The legendary Sanin.
What?
Jiraiya.
Oh!
There is a thing which only one who has woven history might understand. One connected to the past, beginning with the dawn of time. One who continues to shape the present. That is to say, ninja history is a tale with that individual at its center. The time has come to complete the tale. Write the title now.
Aww.
A title reflecting your heart's desire, held deep within your soul.
The Tale of Naruto Uzumaki. Yeah, expected. But yeah. That's kind of cool, though. That, it's just sort of like the real reason Hokoroma's been doing this. It's been crafting it for Jiraiya. Too bad, too bad we couldn't get David Lodge to say anything, but, I suppose. I'm just looking at something. Hold on a second. Because I thought there was something that happened. Okay, David Lodge is still in this game. Okay, I'm checking, because I know David Lodge has not been in, some recent Viz projects. That seems like a weird, kind of like a weird omission. So it's like, it feels weird they didn't get, like, a new line or something, or at least for David Lodge to say something as Jiraiya, to talk about just sort of like, say something meaningful about Naruto and the story he's being recapped. But I like that idea. That kind of, loops it around at least a little bit of just sort of like, at least giving it like a center. Because I figured this whole story was just going to be Ashura going through this. And it's just sort of like, boy, here's what you need to know. Yeah. Anyways. I'm just thinking. Okay, anyways, so yeah, the Naruto Storm History mode, it sucks. It does not give time to all these things that need time. And I'm sorry, but it's true. Again, the Storm games have always been like this condensed, abridged version of the story. People, I've got friends who say, and other people have said, like, the best way to experience Naruto is through the Storm games. Because it gives you that truncated version of the story, without a lot of flashbacks and kind of trimming down some of the fat. I feel like there's a lot of nuances that get missed, but honestly, that makes me feel like I think the Storm games have given people the wrong impression about certain story elements. But that being said, it's a long ass story. Between 700 episodes, you have to sift through some fillers, so more like, I think at least 500, whatever. But, even if you did back to front, 700 episode series, you got a 700 chapter story, there's a lot of ground to cover, and every adaptation is going to handle it differently, more appropriate to their medium. And, the Storm games, I think, did it well, because they got, telling the story while having, some fun gameplay to go in between them, big fights, and, cinematic scenes that you button mash your way through for like these giant epic, sorry, I'm trying to find the right word, but sequences. I'm trying to think of the better word, but so like at least in the Storm games in like 2 and 3, where you were running around the world, connecting all the things together, talking to people, doing stuff. It was a lot of busy work, but at the same time, it's like you're still checking out the ninja world and getting like a look at it from just cruising around. Yeah, slowly, and they could have done that more interestingly, like in, the original Ultimate Ninjas, or Path of Ninja or Bonds. But still, but then that comes this history mode, which like it's trying to truncate it, but it truncates it too much. And so there's like sequences that seem out of order and, are, presented so weirdly. There's context that's missing. Again, Obito disappears from the story. They didn't even establish he died. There's just so many weird things on how this is being presented. And that's on top of even the stuff they just, I don't want to say copy-pasted from the other games, because that's probably not accurate to how development goes. But, even the boss fights, something's off about them. Like, something isn't right. And mostly, except for the ones that time to get to Storm 4, but, it's just weird, like the things they include, the things they don't, and if this is supposed to be like a celebration, historical recap of the series, they do it in such a weird way, and that's why my question is, why couldn't they just like remaster? Okay, because again, I know it's a long series. If they were to remake basically a decade's worth of Storm games to, retell the story, that'll take forever. But then why didn't they just take the ones that were already made up? Why didn't they? Didn't we get like a remaster of the last couple of numbered Storm games and then just have those story modes brought into this? And because because I think I have an idea why. But you got like Storm 2 and 3. You could even cut out the running around, but at least have the in-game cutscenes to like put everything together, piecing everything, just having all those threads connect. I think that would have been cool. That would have been fine, because you would have had more time for the story to breathe and everything to develop. And again, it's a more abridged version of the story, but it still would have been a more full story rather than this narration over still images. But I think the problem with that is that Storm 1, because Storm 1, had like a little open Konoha to explore around, and they didn't do, and they didn't cover the story that well. There was only like, 4 or 5 cutscenes in the entire game. That was like the start, the 3-way deadlock, and Naruto versus Sasuke, and then the end. So, it's like, again, this covered more of the Land of Mist than Storm 1 ever did, because Storm 1 passed it over. But at the same time, it's like, couldn't they have... And, so basically to make up for Storm 1, they'd have to actually remake or, make some stuff. But I wish they did that. Dreams entrusted to my successor. Continuation to the light of the Phantom World. I missed it. I was gonna say, was that Hogoromo passing it off to his dreams off to his son Ashura? Which again, that's kind of an interesting thread, but man, okay. So I gotta go back and do some S ranks just because I might as well. But, so, just this history mode's a really weird letdown. And that's on top of even, like, some changes they have made, like some deliveries. Again, there are just some weird ones. Like, the battle with Kakashi, where Kakashi sounds way too casual about everything. There are just, like, some weird line reads, and the thing, and that's been, leads to one of the most contentious things about the release of the game, is what happened. Well, it's like, a lot of people bring up this clip from the Sasuke and Naruto fight, where Naruto slams into the wall. It's like, did that wake you up? But I don't remember how impactful that was in 2. But when they transition, and I think the point is, when they try to transition and Naruto sounds way more squeaky and everything, it's supposed to transition to, it's like, this is how, transforming from when he had a younger voice. And it's like, it's only been 3 years. Naruto sounds fine, sounded fine in the first game. They didn't need to make any adjustments, but, and so that's led to certain speculation is, did Bandai Namco use AI in Storm Connections? Because there are a lot of strange deliveries all throughout, and it's noticeable. It's just sort of like, that doesn't sound right, or, it's like, the placement of that was weird. And so there is a theory, it's like, did Bandai use AI to, redub some lines? Which, and I can't remember because I'm not looking this up again, there was somebody who, ran some lines through a thing that was supposed to track AI, and it wasn't 100%, but it's just like, it seems likely, and so that's what the, prevailing opinion seems to be. And, I want to say it's just sort of like, okay, sorry, I'm trying to think of where to begin, because this is a rant, and I want to make a Storm Connections video really diving into this. I kind of got that partially scripted, but there's a lot more to do, and this is where it gets difficult, because, again, the history mode just does not do a good job of retelling the story, which sucks. If this is supposed to be, like, a connecting thread to, retell the story of Naruto in the lead up to maybe Storm 5, where it's going to be doing a lot more Boruto stuff, And they just did it so poorly. They did this story so, much injustice. I'm getting into my soapbox. Because just like the thing, how they present things, how they speed through it. Again, I know it's 700 chapters worth of story, and they have to speed along in like basically 7 hours effectively, but that's just not satisfying. It's just too quick. There's no time for anything to breathe. There's no time for other people to have their moments. And again, if they could just remaster, or make, if they could have remastered, the other games and put them into one story, kind of like the Master Chief Collection, the Halo Master Chief Collection. Maybe it's just like pick a story mode and then just play through the story mode, or, its own, thing. Or again, they could even trim those down. But doing it like this with like the anime stills just does not add. Again, people complained about when that happened in Storm 4. And then they just did it again for the entire story in this one, and it's really distracting. So it's just weird. But anyways, I didn't finish my rant because, so people are thinking the game, a lot of lines were done in with AI. And there are some also weird things. Naruto's actress, Miley Flanagan, talking about just like someone making a comment about his delivery during the Shukaku fight. And Miley saying it's just like, I was not told to, do that line that way. And it's like, that's weird. And then I'm forgetting his name, but the guy who voices Kawaki has also said, it's just sort of like, I did some of these lines way better. Sounds like my first take. It's like I screamed my lungs out and it sounds like they took the weakest yells I had. And it's like, that's weird that they would do that. And so, a lot of actors are starting to even like, have contention with how some things were dubbed in the game. And, people want to say it's like, it's AI. And Bandai actually had to go out and make a statement about this, that it was just an editing error. That, it's like they put the wrong clips in and they were going to adjust things. So there's like going to be, at least the implication is, a patch later down the line that might change a lot of the dubbing, which is weird. And the thing is, and I know I shouldn't give them benefit of the doubt, I kind of believe that. And that's more so, they're covering the story of Naruto, a story that's been basically readapted in almost every single game and has had like the same voice lines read different ways across like, so many years. Maybe some of the takes in the game were literally from other games or from other earlier games and then just plugged in, because again, if I don't know how the industry works, but I imagine they gotta have libraries of like, clips and voice lines from everybody. And so, maybe they do have clips from like, many years ago from the original recording of Storm 1, and they just put that one in instead, or a different one that was used in the game. I'm just assuming it's like there's got to be libraries of like, hundreds, if not thousands of clips of dialogue, a lot of the same ones from across the different games between when these scenes were done in Naruto Ultimate Ninja, in Ultimate Ninja Storm, in Clash of Ninja, and Revolution. There's been a lot of games, a lot of these same lines have been said in. Maybe something got lost in the shuffle. Maybe things got mixed up. I do genuinely think this, like, there must be, I can totally see that there was like an editing error. Just like the wrong clips got labeled, they got slotted in or however it works or timed in, and no one really noticed until release came out, and that's when everyone could like really take it in. And now it's going to be even longer of just like, combing through hundreds of clips again to try and find the right take they actually wanted. I don't know. That's an assumption. It's an assumption I do believe. That being said, if it's true that AI was used, in this, a lot of people said it's like, that's illegal because this should have been a union job. But, it's like, because I also want to say, it's just like, there's no way, Bandai Namco will be so stupid as to take a beloved, anime franchise with a large, actors that have dedicated themselves to this series for decades now, and then undercut them by using AI to redo scenes that they already had dozens of takes for. But then I gotta remember, it's the game industry. If it's the stupidest thing they could have done, they probably did it. And so that's kind of like, again, I want to give Bandai the benefit of the doubt. It's just like, okay, maybe they just put in the wrong clips or, the wrong audio files. At the same time, if anybody was going to try to push AI, they would try to do it in something big to see how it would fare. But if it turns out it's true and there's really no corroboration, there's no one who knows for sure. It's just an assumption. And at the same time, it's just like, but you believe it, don't you? Because the way companies have been pushing AI voices that have been really distracting and really bad, it's noticeable. And so the thing is, now it's kind of hard to tell between, what's an AI voice and what's just a bad take, What's just a bad delivery that was just, done. It's like, let's see how this feels, or let's try this, or give it to me like this, and it just didn't come out right. But, so, it sucks, because, again, Storm Connections was supposed to be a celebration of the series. It was supposed to be a triumphant return to, this franchise after such a long break. And here's the thing. There's a lot of things in this game that are the best in this franchise, The special story, starting over, the gameplay is really fun. The gameplay is definitely the best it's ever been. It's smooth, it runs well, the new, slight tweaks to the systems make a big difference, and it's great. It's just, the roster is still kind of, understated considering how long the wait's been with only a couple of new characters. And again, weird sorting things like having Boruto costumes be, their own character. And I think that's just supposed to differentiate themselves between, they're this own character, so they've got their own special thing, rather, it's like, okay, Naruto and Boruto and Hinata have a team jutsu, but, with older Hinata, so that's easier to sort out than going to young Hinata and trying to figure out how, finding a costume. I think they did it for, to make things easier on certain things. But again, it feels like they're still underdoing it because the new adult characters still only have the same things they do in their younger versions, and it's really distracting. The character customization, I like the idea. There's a lot of customization for online play, but I've not gotten into a single match, and I don't think that's the game's fault. I think that's just my internet's fault. It's got a fast download speed. It's not good for online matchmaking and online games, so that's just the case. But I've heard the online's really fun, and people are finding new combinations and doing a lot of stuff. There's loads of customization you can do between, the presentation and ninja info cards and such. That's kind of cool, how much there is to customize. And the special story, I freaking love the special story, it's like, just so many great homages to the end of the main series, a touch of Boruto at the end, with, some fun characters that I hope will, become playable. Again, I like the special story. Watch my special story Let's Play. It's better than this Let's Play of the history mode. But the history mode just lets the whole story down, and it's just such a disappointing, retelling of the story. And it just makes me worry that, again, this was supposed to be a big celebration of, Naruto in the lead up to maybe something bigger, But now people are burned. Because, again, I've said this before, but, you got extremes. You got, again, gameplay, the special story, a lot of the customization, or I guess how the online works, it's some of the best in the franchise. However, kind of the customization is cool, but it's pretty lackluster. The, limits on the roster and how, not as cool as it is, how not much it's not been expanded or how characters have not been updated and how they handle the history mode. A lot of stuff, again, things like the special story and gameplay, some of the best in the franchise. The history mode and, the lack of, big changes to this roster, some of the worst things in the franchise. You take those two extremes and you meet them in the middle, and what you have is average then. You got a, 5 out of 10, which is where a lot of the reviews have been sitting. But why people are so upset is because being just average after all this waiting and after all the buildup, it makes the worst stuff flare up even more. And it makes people kind of like look at the good stuff as not as good as they should be because most other things are so underwhelming. So it just makes this whole thing have this tainted, it just doesn't feel right. And that sucks because I was really excited for this. I was kind of expecting, like, I know it can't be easy, again, and maybe I'm asking too much for this to, like, remaster a bunch of games worth of stuff with all the limitations and problems that might incur. Maybe I'm asking too much for there to be like a huge roster update with, double the amount of characters they added in while also having tweaks to every other playable character. But again, I don't know development. It just feels like there should have been more. At the same time, it's been a long time coming, and yet it feels so rushed, and I don't know why. But yeah, again, I've got a video planned for this. I really should get around to finishing writing that. There's a lot to do, writing and then editing it and everything. And that might be maybe at some time in January I can get that out. I guess I'll find out. But so yeah, again, there's a lot of good stuff to Storm Connections, but all the good stuff is met equally by some bad stuff. And in the end, it just makes a lukewarm experience that is just bogged down by other decisions. So hopefully the future is, better later on, and we'll see where things will take us. And that's all I got for right now. I better wrap up. So until next time, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe and all that. This is Timmara signing off, and thank you for watching me play Naruto to Boruto, Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections History.